Here we are. How's it going, sir?
It's going well.
Oh, good.
Going
Glad to
well.
hear. Glad to hear. Yes, episode 16. We're halfway through the teens of of our podcast. And Sonic said OG Chaplin I don't recognize, but he's a mod. Yes, he is a good friend of mine and been helpful in our community in a lot of different ways. Not always on stream, but he is a mod. He's very he's a mod. That's about it.
Don't think I've been on save games since like episode 3. So
Yeah, it's been a
3 or
little while
4.
on Save Games, and
Yeah.
we've done some gaming together, some Arc
Hmm.
Raiders and Fortnite a few times, but no, we
Lego.
and
We had
Lego
that whole
Fortnite.
Lego village
Yeah,
experience. That was
we did some Lego
cool.
Fortnite. Yep, just don't recognize. No worries, Supersonic. Okay, well, here we are. Uh, why don't we just jump right in? We've got a few topics here. Gaming past 60. I was kind of inspired to talk about it. Like recently, we've been seeing some stories about people gaming. One I'll share one in a little bit with that I saw in the news, and actually one of our guys, Zach Lee Music, said that the person that it was in the article actually just lives like down the road from him or in the same city as him. And so I thought that was really kind of interesting, but we can dive into that. But last week we got raided on Wednesday night by Tactical Grandma, and I just got thinking about it throughout the week, and I was like, it's just amazing to me that we have this kind of idea. I think like young people maybe I'm not young, so I don't know how I threw myself into that category, but gamers might think that older people, seniors, are just flat out against gaming. You know what I mean? Like for many years, I would have said that I thought that. But asking when they rated, it was actually like a secondary channel of theirs where they open up Pokemon card packs and stuff and hang out with their grandkids on stream. And her husband, Grandpa Tack or GPA Tack, Tactical Grandpa, was telling me that actually she's been gaming since like Pong on the Atari or Asteroids on the Atari or something like that, and been playing Call of Duty since like the first one 23 years ago. And like, so it's not a new thing. It's something that she's grown to love all over her whole life. And I was like, I think it's such a cool topic to jump into. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, I think that the the idea of this generation that has been gaming and gaming together and built really strong communities, I think that doesn't go away. I
Yeah.
think that there is going to most likely be a shift in technological access, willingly access or accessible by our younger generations.
Mhm.
But I mean, I'm not going to stop gaming. I'm, I mean, I actually learned how to properly snipe in Fortnite by watching Grandpa Gaming, he was an actual sniper
Yeah.
in one of the wars,
All right.
and he
Yeah.
came and just played Battlefield and Call of Duty, and he would just like take heads.
Yeah.
And I mean, but he taught while he was doing it, which I think is something a little bit different. Like when we get into that 60 plus type of gamer, they're not looking for the outrageous clip.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking to bring something to the nature of the community
Right.
of gamers, even if they're strangers, even like in Arc Raiders, where I spend most of my time topside.
Yeah.
It's like I see myself as wanting to be somewhat of the if I see a like a body flare go off, I'm like, I want to go find out what happened
Yeah.
because it doesn't need to happen. It's gonna happen and it should happen. It's part of the PvP side of it.
Yeah.
But I just want to hold people accountable. Like if
Mm.
you're just gonna shoot to shoot, then I want to shoot you back. Kind of idea.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah.
Which
Well,
which if coaches if Coach TTV is in the chat, I'm not sure if he's made it in or not, but he said he was going to come in and check out tonight. You know, he hates it when I say that because
yeah.
he's trying to be in super friendly lobbies, and I'm just like, yeah, but
You put you guys in aggro lobbies, right?
The
Yeah.
innocent must be avenged.
That's funny. Yeah. No, for sure. I get that. There's an ingrained sense of justice. Get justice for the weak. But yeah, no, it's definitely one of the big things for gaming as you get older. And like you said, I don't plan on stopping gaming just because my age turns to a certain number.
Mhm.
Um, but one of the benefits that I see cited in some studies is definitely the social connections and the community, because so often as people age, they kind of get to where they're not getting out and doing things with others as often, and gaming allows for that space virtually, and then sometimes even in person when if you get connected with a group that meets outside of the gaming space. It's a great place to make friends and meet people.
Well, and I think the idea is that, in at least in my head and my heart, the relationships I have with the people I've played games with, not well, in most cases, they're better than the relationships I have with in-person people. But I don't. It's not like a second class relationship,
Right, right.
right? I find it so much more amazing to jump into Gray Zone with Slightly Okay Dad, and we just get to romp through the jungle, but talk about life simultaneously. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just get to learn about other people, and then we meet people along the way, and we just kind of buddy up and stuff. But
Yeah,
it's this idea of, I think the relationships are different and unique, but they're different and unique because of us. It's the
yeah.
growing into our 60s. That's what's going to make it that much different.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what I'm seeing across the board.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that's I have a friend that I play with just about every night, like not every single night, but when we can, we just hop into Minecraft and just build random things and just talk the whole time. And it's just nice to be able to talk and catch up, because and it also helps to kind of fill those lulls, because there's times where you might call somebody and be on the phone, and then there's like a couple seconds where nobody's saying anything, and you want to fill, and you're like, okay, well, before you know it, you're off the phone or whatever. You might have had more to say, but lulls can be awkward and weird. But with gaming, you can just play and then talk when you're ready to talk. That's a good point. Yeah. Slightly okay. Dad says I'm always innocent.
He thinks so. He thinks so.
That's funny. Well, the story that I was talking about there that Zach commented on when I shared it in the server was about a woman, I believe in her 80s, and she lives alone. She wasn't heard from by her family for a few days, and so they called like a neighbor, and neighbor said like, yeah, I haven't seen her, like knocked on the door, no answer. And so they actually called for like a welfare check, and the police went in to her house and found her in her bedroom playing a video game with a headset on. She couldn't hear anybody, and she said that she was trying to break some sort of a record or something and didn't want to leave her room, and that she had been playing for like 48 hours straight or something like that. I was like, okay, so it's not just me.
Well,
Not that I've
even
played that
and
long.
I in the UK, there was a lady that just started playing Candy Crush out of nowhere,
Hmm.
and all of a sudden found herself like in the top 5 in the world. Like a
Yeah,
complete accident. She didn't even mean to click the tournament button. She just did,
that's
and
funny.
just kept going and going and going. And all of a sudden, she's like, "What in the world?" Um,
Tournaments in Candy Crush, eh? I didn't know that.
yeah, I don't know.
I didn't know there's
Uh,
competitive Candy
can't
Crush.
imagine. Yeah, competitive Candy Crush. Um, and even when I was doing my undergrad, or sorry, doing my master's degree, I focused a lot on esports,
Hmm.
and we see the bell curve of the average age of gamers is, so at the time when I was doing my research. Actually, here's a great one. Throw in the chat if you think you know what the age of the average gamer today is.
Anybody? Anybody in chat? So average age of gamers worldwide, both sexes. you know,
A
just
topic that
overall.
we're discussing is going to skew it slightly because of what we're doing, but
Yeah.
I think it's a fun number.
Supersonic says 59. Slightly okay dad says 35 to 45. I'm guessing like 32, but I might have a little bit of insight from doing research on it over the last couple of years as well, trying to
Yeah.
make a case for the idea that gaming isn't just for kids and that we need to kind of be in this space doing ministry. Any other guesses from chat? Anybody in chat want to take another quick stab at it before we reveal the secret number? Doesn't look like it.
So in 2023, when I actually collected the stat,
Yeah.
it was 31.4. It's
Oh,
now
so
up to
close.
34. So slightly okay dad's right on the mark.
Yeah,
But what's
going up.
amazing is why that that is. So the average age of a gamer
Yeah,
is typically like your 18 to 24-year-old male,
yeah,
but when they built out the classification, it was 2.5 hours per week. So every 7 day cycle, you had to have a 2.5 hour session total time
yeah.
playing a game. And Wordle was classified within
Mm,
that. And because of the number of elderly people that played Wordle, it pulled the entire skew
yeah,
out of where it would have traditionally have sat.
interesting.
Which is so amazing when you think about like how Wordle broke the bell curve, so to speak.
Yeah, that is funny. Because I would have thought that it would just kind of be by, I don't know if the right word is attrition, but as we age, as us gamers age who gamed heavily in our 18 to 24 age range, I'm not in that age range anymore. Now I'm 40, but I game just as much, possibly, or around the same amount. And so I wondered if it was just kind of the population aging, but you would have a skew at the other end because new gamers are coming up every day and more of them, I think, right?
Mhm.
Um,
Well, and I do think that even though you and I are gaming still, most of the peers that we grew up with are not gaming like we game.
yeah, probably not.
And so I think that there's having tuned into it, been in like deeper community based gaming. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what held me in and is now I'm forever hunting for that really cool community group
Yeah.
where we can hang out and play games together, but I'm too much of a one game wonder that I just kind of get like laser focused on one game and it's kind of all I really want to do.
It's
I
funny.
don't want to do the all the other stuff.
Well, you invited me to join Deadly Dill's Discord server a couple weeks ago, and I joined in. And when you join in, it asks you all the games you play. So I like clicked all sorts of things. I clicked Call of Duty because I played Call of Duty. I don't play it actively, but I clicked Stardew Valley, and I clicked this and that and another thing. And I got all these notifications every day, like do 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 do. People are looking for groups to play these games, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't have clicked those games because I don't actively play them. I play the 3 that I play on stream, and that's almost it. That's pretty much it. I'm trying to branch out
Yeah.
a little bit, but yeah, no, it's funny because you kind of get into a habit, right? And then after a while, one game will become a little old, and you'll pick up something new. I've been looking at to get off topic a little bit because that's always fun to do. There's a game that I've seen called Engine Fall, and it's like a looter.
Okay.
It's like a almost like Arc Raiders, but it's on trains. And so you have your own train, and it goes around this massive city where everybody owns a train. That's your thing. Is that like you're always on the move on this train, and you can customize the inside of it. But then when you want to go topside, like you would in Arc Raiders, your train pulls up along beside this other huge massive train that has 100 cars or something like that, and each car has different zones and different things that are happening in them, and other players have jumped in with you, and the point of the game is to make it to the front of the train to take control of it. And so if you get to
Okay.
the front of it, you get like a big reward, and then you get to jump off and extract back to your train. I've been looking at it. I was like, that looks really, really cool. I don't know if it's still in beta or what, or if it would even run on my PC. I don't know. I'm always worried that like the next game that comes out isn't going to run on my PC because they're always making them better, bigger and better. But
Hmm.
I wonder how many people, in that bracket we're talking about, the 50 to 60 to 70, age range are looking for new games, or they're just looking for that one, they find a community and they're like locked in. You know what I mean? It's like my community plays Call of Duty, so my game is Call of Duty and I don't play anything else. Or if they're kind of always out there looking for something new to play and new experiences.
Well, I mean, I was running around topside yesterday on our graders, and I met two guys. And I don't typically meet new people very often,
Yeah.
but met this one lad, and he had been downed, and I was like stabilizing him, trying to get him to the extract, and he ended up getting struck by lightning, so he died. But then he friended me up, and I was able to get him some stuff back that he
That's
lost.
cool.
And but he was just saying, yeah, it's been so lonely because like my buddies all, you know, started playing Call of Duty. So I went back with them to play Call of Duty. And once they burned through the map, they're like, "This isn't fun anymore." They left,
Mm, yeah.
and they're not playing anything anymore for him. And he's like, "But I still want to play games." And so he kind of came back to
Yeah.
Arc Raiders all by himself. So we'll see if I get time. But he says he works a lot during the week, so it's just
Yeah.
weekends for him,
Well, yeah.
and I get that. But we'll kind of see how things progress for sure.
There must be so many people. We pass by them as we're playing and they run by and they click their flashlight, right? And they say, "Hey, friendly." But it's like, how many of them are like him where it's like they're just lonely and they just want to hang out with somebody and talk with somebody for a little bit. And then we
Well, if they're only flashing their flashlight, I do want to shoot them because that's not communication. You have a letter Z on your keyboard, you have a button on your controller. Talk to me. Everyone has a microphone. You can't tell
yeah.
me you don't have a microphone.
I
Scratching me
usually don't
out.
use mine. I keep mine off so that nobody can swear at my stream, but no, I hear you. Yeah.
And that's fair. Yes, that's totally
I still
fair.
talk to them. I'll say to people, I'll
Yeah,
be like, "Hey, there's a thing over here. There's a what over there. There's a Rocketeer. I just
yeah,
dropped this item. By the way, I can't hear you." And so I still do use
yeah,
my microphone to prove your point. Yeah.
yeah. But that's just, for me, that's the part that you need to talk. Like you need, if you want to have a fruitful experience online, you you do need to be able to have some aspect of communication
Yeah.
that the community agrees is communication.
Right.
Like the whole flashlighty thing came out of nowhere.
Mm.
I don't know how it happened, but
I don't know. And I do it by accident sometimes. I'm trying to hit something else and I'm trying to hit my microphone and I click my flashlight and I'm like, "Oh, that was the wrong button." Sonic said that he's 28 and still really likes Sonic games. And Kata says platformers are fun. I'm mostly into strategy and RPGs, but I'll play most games, not into sports games though. Yeah, I liked sports games when I was growing up, and then I just wasn't good enough to compete with them, so then I just stopped playing them. Everybody that I played against beat me by a large margin when I played sports games, so I kind of gave up on them. I do like to play golf every once in a while.
there was somebody I met in my travels, right before I graduated, and he kind of aged out of NHL,
Yeah.
and neither of his boys had the physical dexterity to play with the control to play with the game,
Okay.
and they became GMs.
Hmm.
And apparently, there's
Okay.
an entire league, an entire community of people
Yeah.
that literally just sit and play as a GM. And
Hmm.
so they build out their teams, they make trades, and there's an economy attached to it.
Yeah.
And then they let the games play themselves out,
Yeah.
full AI,
And you
not
can watch
AI,
it, or
but
you can just kind of skip it and go through
yep,
the season. And
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
And
pretty
so
cool.
there is a really there are so many different things. There's so many different ways to play video games
Yeah.
that it's not picking up a controller or a keyboard and mouse. There's so many different things you can do to be a part of the community
Yeah.
and to contribute.
Hmm.
It's what I love. And I think that's what we'll see more of in the 60s as people become more homebound and they don't really want to travel. They don't want to get out. Hey, all of a sudden this online thing. Hey, I played Call of Duty when I was a teenager. Let's go give it a shot
Hmm.
and find out that they're still half decent. And
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Well, unless you have any closing comments on gaming as we age. I was looking at the article I was looking at, if anybody wanted to check it out later, was on a website called Active Aging Daily. And they've got it's a pretty extensive article about the different types of games that you can play as you get older. the communities, some of the pitfalls, harassment and cyberbullying prevention, and scamming protection and stuff like that. So it's pretty insightful, I think, article. Sorry, were you about to say something, Brett?
Nope,
Okay.
nope.
All right. Well, I had a little game prepared. We have. I was looking earlier at what are the best games of 2026. I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll find a game that we can talk about. I Googled, like, what are the top games of 2026 so far? And it was like, well, the top scoring games are Indiana Jones and the Circle. And I was like, wait, that's old. That's already been out for a while. And then it like listed another game that's already been out for a while. So I ended up just clicking on like Metacritic, and I figured, hey, Metacritic probably has like a decent aggregate of gaming scores. And so why don't we play a little game on stream? And I'm going to see how many of the top 10 games you can list from Metacritic. And I have taken both the Metacritic scores and the user scores. So which one do you want to start with? The Metacritic
Give me
scores,
give me those options again.
the critic scores, or the user scores?
Oh, user scores for
User
sure.
scores. All right, we'll go with user scores. User scores. Okay, yeah. Let's see. How many guesses should he get, everybody? We'll start.
You're asking me to guess? I'm not guessing.
Yeah.
No way.
Everybody guess. Everybody in
No.
chat guess. What do you think are the top
Everybody
10?
in chat, I don't feel alone, isolated onto an iceberg somewhere.
You want me to guess? I'm surprised that like some of the games I never even heard of, but I guess that's, to be especially on the
As soon as
critic
you said it,
list.
I took a quick look also, and I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry, but that game doesn't actually exist. I mean,
No, some of the like the Metacritic scores or the critic scores, some of them on there, I was like, I've never heard of this. What, like, how did it get on the list without me have not even have
lobbying.
seeing the title? Lobbying?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
lobbying.
suppose that
Yeah,
makes sense.
absolutely. People, and I mean, this was one of the challenges and that's because we all love our graders. Let's talk about that for a second. Dreamers broke that
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
because they had unlimited amount of time to play the game,
Mm-hmm.
which means they wrecked the adventure of what it meant to go topside
Mm.
and to be a scavenger in this space where yes, I'm fighting Ark and I'm fighting robots and stuff, but hey,
Yeah.
wait a second. I need that for my family, for my resources. I'm going to fight you to take out what you like. This whole competitive nature of going topside and
Yeah.
being the one that brings back the spoils. But these streamers come in and they're playing 8, 9, 10, 12 hours a day, and they're doing it all online, and they just pivots all of the game in a way that was not there. A
Yeah.
lot of these streamers were paid. They were
Right.
paid to play the game by Embark.
Oh,
And I
really?
get it. We want to see these games higher up on Twitch and
Mm-hmm.
who gets on the front page of Twitch, this and that and everything else. I totally get what a studio wants. They want to sell copies of their game. Well,
Yeah.
Raiders did that. They sold so many copies of that game. And at $40, it was a steal of a deal. But
Yeah, it's
then,
a good deal.
I mean, Battlefield or even Call of Duty, I think was like to get the collector's pack for Call of Duty, it was like $125 or something Canadian. That's a lot of money.
We got some guesses.
Yeah.
I was about to say, Cadus, that Resident Evil 9 isn't on the list, but I think that's just because they didn't number it with the number 9, right? Is that Requiem? Requiem?
Yeah,
That
Requiem is on the list.
that is
It's
on the
like
list.
one of the top three, I believe.
It's number 1 on the user list.
Oh, on the user list. Yeah, yes.
Sonic
Okay.
Tamagotchi Life is not on the list, and surprisingly, there's only. I mean, I guess not actually surprisingly because I can't think of an amazing Nintendo game that should have made the list, but there's only one Nintendo game that I see on the list here. Subnautica is not, I don't think, or Subnautica 2. No, that's not on the list. Grounded is not on the list, Sonic. Mario Kart World is not. Pragmata was number 2, I think, on the user list. Yeah, Pragmata is number 2. Yo, coach.
Pokemon was up there too, right?
Yeah, that was. Did somebody say Pokemon? Did we get a guess? Pokemon was number 4 on the list. Pokemon Pokopia. And that's kind of like Tomodachi Life. Diablo 4 is not on the user ranked list, but the Diablo 4 that might have come out last year. That might have been late 2025, not a 2026 game. Pokopia. Yeah, so far we've hit the top. How many of the top have we got? 1, 2 of the top games, and a couple further down the list. I'm actually surprised nobody's guessed number 7 yet. Devil May Cry, not on the list. No. And I was actually surprised at number 6 as well. Not that nobody's guessed it, but that it was actually even on the list. Yeah, Helldivers was 2025, if not even maybe 2024 when it actually originally released, and then we got it on Xbox later, 2025 or early 2026 possibly. No, I'll start going down the list here. Or should I start at the bottom and go up? Yeah, I'll start at the bottom and go up. So actually, interestingly, 2 Resident Evil games on the list. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard Gold Edition is ranked number 10 by users. Esoteric Ebb, which is a game I've never heard of, is sitting at number 9. This one is not as surprising because it's actually getting, from what I can see, really good reviews. Forza Horizon 6. What's D2 Sonic? D2 Destiny 2 is not going to be on the list, I imagine, because it's been struggling. And it didn't come out in 2026.
Forza is a really interesting version. It's like a hyped up Mario Kart racer.
Yeah, Horizon's a little more
okay,
arcadey,
Dad can
right?
speak into it in that he actually does do the high end racing games and stuff. But I think that the idea of
Simcade, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
I've never heard that term
like
before, but that's a good, yeah.
But it's like right in there where you've got this blend of it's an arcade, so it's not like it doesn't have that real feel to it.
Yeah,
You can
not all
play
the
it with a
same
controller.
damage things and stuff like that
Yeah,
where
yeah.
your car. I remember the first time I played a more realistic like Gran Turismo or one of the Forzas, and like I hit something and then my car wouldn't handle afterwards, and I was like, well, this sucks. I don't want to play this anymore. If I can't crash into something and then just keep going, what's the
You gotta
point?
turn damage off or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Spent a good deal of time on AC. iRacing trying to transition to Forza Horizon 6 was excruciating because it's more Simcady, more arcadey. Marvel Rivals not on the list, Supersonic. No, and no Final Fantasies on the list either. Yeah, I think the Horizon game, I think, is getting a lot of its good press and good reviews from the cool kind of variety of the map. The map for this one was in Japan, and that's just going to be a really cool place to explore in a car. Like, there's a lot of racing culture in Japan, and so that's very cool and attractive to people, I think. Very much so for the arcade feel. It's a great game for someone who enjoys cars and a view. That's why I liked back in the day. I would play a lot of Need for Speed kind of like arcadey versions, the Need for Speed Underground and Most Wanted and stuff like that, where I could customize my car and I could race, but the damage wasn't as big. No Madden, no FIFA, no WWE. I think Red Desert might have made the list. Crimson Desert, yeah, coach. Crimson Desert is on the list, sitting at number 3. Yep, Crimson Desert at number 3. Number 7, fittingly, is 007 First Light, which is a game I think that I might like to try at some point. It's kind of Hitman with a 007 skin over top of it, from what I have been able to tell. But getting also really, really good reviews. It says it's one of the top games in terms of like user satisfaction. Conan Remastered? No, I haven't heard of that one actually. Slightly Okay Dad 007 is on my wish list, something I might want to dive into for a free weekend. Oh yeah, that's an idea. Wait for a free weekend to jump into that. Number 6 is also one that I would really, really like to play, and maybe on stream too, because it's probably more family friendly than most of the other ones on the list, is Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. And it's like full on open city. It's almost like the Arkham games, where those Arkham Asylum and Arkham City and stuff like that are big open city exploration games. But you get that with Lego, and so it's going to be a little bit more cartoony, a little more family friendly.
Did they let those play as multiplayer, or are they solo, kind of bopping around?
The first, like the Arkham ones, I don't know about the Lego one. The other Lego Batman games, like Lego Batman 1, 2, 3, have been multiplayer. You can jump in and you can run around, but those games are a little bit more linear, where you're not doing as much exploration. You're playing through a level and then you finish that level and then you go on to the next level. This one,
Yeah, yeah.
it would be interesting to find out. I'm not sure if this one is going to be multiplayer or not. I don't know how how you do multiplayer unless you're doing it online and not split screen, because the other Lego ones it's I find it's more fun to play those split screen on a couch, like couch co-op for the Lego games, where you're sitting beside each other and you're like smashing stuff and blowing each other up and different things like that. They're fantastic. Have you played any of the Lego games other than Fortnite? I've I played one of the Star Wars games and a little bit of a Batman one with my kids a while back. Lego Batman sounded interesting. Yeah, I think it looks really, really good. Um, Number 5, Gothic 1 Remake. I don't know that one. I don't know if it's like if that's an RPG. It sounds like it might be an RPG of some sort. That I haven't. It doesn't sound familiar to me. Then we got Pokopia, which we already mentioned, Crimson Desert, Pragmata, and Resident Evil Requiem sitting at number 1. Now, if we flip over and take a look at the Metacritic scores, the list is significantly different. And I'll run down it quicker because we don't need to do a guessing game for that one too. But number 1 was Forza Horizon 6. Number 2 is Mina the Hollower. Number 3, Schrodinger's Call. Never heard of it. Number 4 is sitting at the same spot it was on the users list, Pokemon Pokopia. Resident Evil Requiem is number 5 on this list. Then a game called Mugenics that I've never heard of. And then 007 also at the same spot in 7th place. Number 8 is called Saros, or Saros, because it's all in caps, so I don't know if you say it as a word or if you spell it out. Number 9, Hermit and Pig. How does it, I can't picture a game being like top 10 for the year with a name like Hermit and Pig, but I've never played it, so I guess I can't make that judgment call. And then number 10 is called Titanium Court, and another one I've never heard of. Kaedis says, really? I'd never have guessed that Gothic would be on there. It's a remake of a 2000s era PC Euro RPG. Oh, so Euro RPG, would that like, would Ultima kind of be in that genre, I think? I heard Dustin really liked Mina. Oh, so people have heard of it. I was like, I think of myself as a gamer, and I think of myself as paying attention to like games that are coming out, and I watch trailers and I watch the Xbox showcase and the Nintendo showcase, and so it always surprises me when a game can slip through and I've just never heard the name at all, or maybe it just doesn't ring a bell. Maybe I've heard it and it just doesn't light up any neurons in my memory, but I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting list. That's some of the games with the positions in the list surprised me, and others I it makes sense to me that they're on there or that they're where they are. Have you played any of them, Chaplin?
Nope.
No. Me either.
One game wonder, point and click.
Yeah.
That's just whoop.
I haven't played any game on the list, and and it's not because I don't want to. I can't find the time. It's like
Yeah.
between running a family and doing the stream and the ministry and church and all the other things in life, it's like I get like a set amount of time for gaming, and usually it's while I'm streaming. And a bunch of those are not family friendly, so I probably will never stream them unless I do what people keep asking me to do and do Bag After Dark. They're like, do Bag After Dark.
Oh goodness.
No Zelda game on there, Supersonic. No, I don't. And I don't think we've had a new Zelda game in 2026. I think the other one, Echoes, came out last year, probably around Christmas time, to try and hit that Christmas rush. If I had to guess, I can't remember off the top of my head. Gothic, yeah. So yeah, those are the best rated so far. 2026 isn't over yet, but Echoes came out in September. Well, still 2025, not 2026. Yeah, so it wouldn't have been on the list. So the last thing that I had on our list to talk about was a game called The Calling. Have you heard of that?
No.
No, so it's like an arena shooter or a battle royale kind of style, but not with like 100 versus whatever. It's not as big as Fortnite and Player Unknown Battlegrounds. Wow, why didn't I just say PUBG? Why did I say the full name? I don't know. Anyway, or Call of Duty. But what it is, it's really interesting. It's created by a Christian developer. They showcased it at Reach last year on the screen, and gave us some information about it. It's a shooter, but it stars streamers as the characters. So most of them I haven't heard of, but Jate Fox. Jate has his model imported into the game, and the developer has been actually seeing a lot of really good uptake in people playing it. And he's actually Canadian and was at the Canadian Gaming something or other out in Edmonton. September 26, 2024. Okay. Yeah. So it's definitely not making the 2026 list, Sonic. It looks really interesting. I would like to try it. There's a demo available on Steam. I just want to highlight it. I don't have a ton of details about the gameplay or how it works or whether it's great. I haven't played it, but I just want to highlight it and tell people to check it out, because I'd like one of the reasons why I started this podcast was to highlight games from Christian developers and to help out that community. So on Steam, you can wishlist it and download a demo of it. And it's like a third-person shooter, arena shooter. So kind of really fast-paced action, and it looks. I think it looks fun. I just have to, again, find the time. I have to find some time to download it and try it out. But yeah. Anything you're looking forward to?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I'm in a very different season. I mean, as you're aware, like I finished writing my book
Mm-hmm.
and kind of got that out there, and so I'm in a season where I'm kind of doing some alternative writing,
Yeah.
content development. So the gaming that I do get is very kind of offline, muting the thoughts and stuff that are in my brain all the time, and
Yeah.
just trying to just get out of my head a little bit more. Um, so, and I think for me,
Yeah.
that's a big part of what I'll always use gaming to do, is to get out of my head a little bit.
Yeah.
Be, you know, yeah,
Change of scenery kind of thing. Change of pace.
yeah, but
Yeah.
not change the scenery without changing the scenery, because I get to stay in my
Without going
seat.
outside. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Chap wants to
Yes, I
dive
would
into
dive into
Subnautica.
Subnautica. There's probably a very real
Uh,
possibility that that would happen, but
I
it's only across two platforms right now, and it's missing one of our
One of
trios.
your group.
Can't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh, that's too
it's
bad.
sad.
Yeah. I've looked at Subnautica when the trailer came out for the second one. I was like, because I had never really looked into the first one at all. And so when the trailer came out for the second one, I was like, oh, I should watch that. And I watched it. I was like, yeah, I'm never going to play that because I just, I don't, I'm not a fan of like deep water that you can't see the bottom of. If you can't see around in the water, count me out. I, I have no desire to, and I think I've always had that kind of even as a kid. I like swimming. I'm not afraid of swimming. I'm not afraid of water. But when you can't see the bottom, I'm like, no, that mystery can just stay down there in the in the water. I saw this picture once that somebody I'm pretty sure doctored up. Oh, I'm 99.9999% sure. I shouldn't say I'm pretty sure. But it was a photo, a Photoshop of like a scuba diver in the water, and the picture was taken from inside the water looking down, and this scuba diver is really tiny on the in the photo, and down below him is the statue, the Christ the Redeemer statue from Brazil, you know, the one where he has his arms outstretched, and it's like in the in the bottom of the water, and it's dark, it's in shadow, and all you can see is the head and the arms. And I was like, I didn't need to see that at like right before bed. That creeped me out. I'm like, I don't want to think about all the things that might be down there under the water. No thanks. Different fish that we've never heard of before that look weird, and lost civilizations. That's thalassophobia. I watched enough Subnautica streams to learn the name. The fear of deep dark water. That's very funny. We will be streaming that once Coach is able.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, once they put it on. So which one? It's on PC,
Not
I
on
imagine.
PlayStation.
Not on
It's on
PlayStation.
PC and it's on Xbox. It's just not on PlayStation.
That's an odd combination, eh? Hmm.
Okay, Dad was explaining it to me, and I didn't fully get it, but it's like something with the way the early release stuff is being granted. Microsoft and Xbox doing something, so PC gets it, Xbox gets it, but then PlayStation has to wait.
Yeah.
PlayStation has a bunch of stuff; it does the same thing too. So,
oh, okay, yeah, like it's a exclusive for a little while. I was wondering if it was like a game preview thing because I know PC and like Steam and everything and Xbox all have programs for where you can release a game that's still in preview, but I wasn't sure if PlayStation has that kind of a program available to it for developers. But I wondered if that was maybe why. Microsoft has their Steam deal in the works. Cool. Well, anything you want to plug? Your book. Tell us about your book and where
yeah,
we can find your book.
the Reverse Gospel on Amazon. I can throw a link in the chat.
Yep.
So we've got that finished and out on Amazon now. I gotta go to Amazon. And right now, what we're doing is we're writing daily devotionals for the book, so that people can just kind of have more of a steady journey along as they go. There's
Slightly
the link
okay,
to the
Dad.
book.
Says the book is fantastic. Slightly okay, Dad approved. Very cool. Yeah, I'm reading it as well, and so far I like what I've read, and it's very
It is a deep dive.
it
It
is.
is. It is definitely a study book. It's not
Yeah,
just a kind of pick up and read through a weekend kind of thing.
yeah,
It is um, from the heart of a pastor, though. Like it's. We really want to say, how do we get this right? And
yeah.
not even right, but how do we move from just believing in God and claiming to believe in God to actually seeing God use us in some aspect of mission
Mm-hmm.
through the world around us? How do we get there?
Yeah.
And this book, I think, really kind of takes 30 years of my own journey and ministry experience and just kind of puts it into the papers.
Well, I've just finished the first chapter because I'm a super slow reader. But even there, like there have been so many nuggets that I've taken from it where it talks about fear and kind of making decisions out of fear and out of um, just not being sure of ourselves and sure what God thinks of us. And it's really been helpful to like kind of stop and think about that in my own life, and the
Mm-hmm.
journal as well, the devotional. Yeah. So yeah, check that out, guys, on Amazon. The link is there, and I'll put it in the show notes as well. And anywhere else that people should check you out? Anything else you're working on, or
Not really.
yeah,
I'm pretty quiet on most social medias.
yeah.
I'm just kind of I'm here. Like, you can always find me in the Born Again Gamer Discord, so that if you do have a message or you want to have a conversation or a chat, just hit me there and we can set stuff up. But yeah, no, I'm pretty quiet.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Well,
Hmm.
I appreciate you joining me. Will you be back for another episode soon?
Sooner than it was between the last one, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. No, I'm looking. I do enjoy this, and I enjoy when we get with the other crew and kind of get other voices together and
Yeah.
have more of a banter involved too. Yeah.
It's been a little while since we've had a big episode. I've had a few episodes where it's me and one other person, me and two other people, uh, and so it would be really great to get a couple more people on and meet together and just get to talk. I find it's always very interesting how one person talks, another person goes, "Oh, that makes me think of this," and then the
Mhm.
third and the fourth
Mhm.
person go, "Well, that reminds me of this," and then we get to like talk and yeah,
Mhm.
dive into stuff. Well, sir, thank you for
It's been
joining.
great.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it. I appreciate the reminders and the invitations and just keeping me on task. So I love it. Thanks so much, and
yeah,
look forward to catching up later this week in our other call and
yeah.
just having a good time. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll see y'all
Night,
later.
guys.
See ya.
See ya.